we picked up last session with John not unconscious, more than unconscious.
It.
We picked up with John dead on the ground following the United's casting of Power Word Kill. The combat then continued for some time. Eventually, the Uniter, using the Staff of Willing, which he had in his possession, using it on a couple of occasions to seemingly siphon the life force from some of the followers that were fighting alongside him to re-up himself in your fight. Eventually, he then instead used it, and through a strike of fate and a genuinely very good roll from Phil, able to bring John back, actually. Fully healed, perfectly long rested. Very good roll from Phil, brought a perfectly healed John back. You were able to put a pretty definitive end to the Uniter, as he was stood in the middle of this river waterway in this combat area. Errand eventually seeing a moment when the Uniter had used their reaction and was unable to counterspell. Errand then letting out a disintegrate, and the Uniter, or the physical vessel of the Uniter, the member of your party formerly known as Z, disintegrated, and a ash and dust just left in their place, quickly sort of gathering on the top of the water and sort of just floating downstream. That should have been a moment of joy and happiness for all as the issue was resolved. Carl did not see it that way. The extreme methods, I guess, of Aaron's ending the Uniter are not going down particularly well. Carl getting into a physical fight with Aaron, at which point Aaron cast Invisible, which dropped the concentration she had on the polymorph, which means a big, great Leo-shaped ancient sand dragon returned. It was no longer a fish. This ancient sand dragon dropped Arturia. Oh, not quite dropped Arturia. It has left Arturia currently on 6 HP. Not looking great. However, Eleanor has been knocked down to 0 HP. Is on 1 successful death save, from what I recall. 1 successful death save for Eleanor. We've also got Elwyn and Warforged looking particularly worse for wear. And Carl not quite to the same level, but also not particularly great. It's pretty tough all round. So I guess we will pick things up. It was the beginning of Carl's turn.
There is not
Back in 1 sec.
Yeah, go for
an
it.
amazing amount Carl can do. He realizes that he's not currently raging.
Yeah, it dropped, and I can't think why.
We sort of came out of combat, and
I don't think you've put it back up since. Yeah,
as well to.
Yes, that sounds right. Yeah,
to get to Errand. So yes, he will re-rage.
Yeah.
Because when in doubt, hit things. Oh, interesting. That is a bonus. I can teleport to an open space you see until you rage. Oh, right.
Free Misty Step.
It's a free Misty Step. And are you saying that Artur is not down?
He's not currently. He's on 6 HP. And there is a healing spirit on his space, which Elwyn helpfully put down.
In which case, that's fine. But what I will do is I will Misty Step, or at least I will teleport. I assume there's no easy way of doing that, so I'll just move. Carl?
Yeah, sounds good, yeah.
round 2. If I'm there, will I get flanking?
Yeah.
And then, oops, I shouldn't have clicked that. Okay, looks like I didn't target. And then he's going to attack recklessly. Leo.
If it helps, you don't have to be reckless, right? Because you're flanking.
Oh, I'm flanking. That was the point of being flanking, so I won't do recklessly.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I have got advantage, in which case I will Great Weapon Master. So if I could have that back on. How do I turn that on? Carl's character sheet's in the way. Bonus actions, reactions,
Out
special.
of everyone in this party, you really have the most things on your sheet, don't you?
It's ridiculous. Well, 3 classes. Lovely, thank you very much.
Oops,
and
hang
then,
on, I've just put it on Arthur.
Yeah, no, I'll take it as well. He's a good chap. And then I will. So, will it give advantage automatically?
It should do, yes.
I will trust in the system. And then, which it does.
Nice.
And then I will do the same thing again.
Sure.
I'd like it if he was looking more dead, but still. And the second one misses, which is not really a surprise. And I have already action surged. I've already second winded. So yeah, that's pretty much Carl done. He's just trying to attract Leo's attention.
At the end of your turn, Leo will use a legendary action and will make a tail attack on you, Carl. Just swings its tail around at you as you start slashing.
I don't get to shield, unfortunately.
Hits you for 18 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Scarier creatures than you.
Which then brings us round to Leo's actual turn. Which on his turn he will. Yes, do that. Yeah, so he will start as he swings the tail around at you, Carl. The head reaches round, stares in your direction. He's going to attempt to use Frightful Presence on you. Or force a Wisdom save.
I'm not particularly good at those. Although, yeah, no, failed that.
Will make you scared or frightened. Sorry. I think Arteria's thing is 30 feet, is it?
Is he within 10 feet of me?
Oh, is it 10
10 feet
for you? Oh, yeah, no, he's not.
I'm not.
Yeah, within 10 feet of me, you can't be frightened.
I'll sort that out in a minute then.
Cool. Yes, then it will make some attacks. It starts by sending a claw in your direction, Carl.
I'd say I'm not frightened, but obviously I am. That's annoying.
Which hits for 15 slashing damage. It then swings back in Archer's direction with another claw attack. Which is a miss. And then finally it will... yeah, and then finally it will take, as it swings the second one around, then swings the head back around at Arthur's direction again and bites at Arthur. That one's also a miss. Hang on, why is that saying it's a miss? That's definitely not right. That's a 24. That's not a miss.
Something about cover total applied to
yeah,
Arthur.
why is it saying Arthur has got total cover? He definitely does not.
It's his armor.
Yeah.
It's because I'm cool.
Let's roll this again. That's better. It's hit Arthur for 13 damage. Which would be enough to drop Arthur. However, thanks to his death ward, Arthur just about hangs on. So yeah, you guys see as the head swings back around, bites down at Arthur and just takes a hefty, just gets a really good grab onto the armor. You see it just tear into Arthur. And you see, even Leo sort of then just sort of drops the grip and pulls back, almost sort of triumphantly, expecting that it's dropped the creature ahead of it or in front of it. However, Arthur, as the head sort of pulls back away, sort of triumphantly, you see Arthur, as the body sort of would go to slump down, just instead stands back up proudly, on 1 hit point. Elwyn, it is your turn.
Just gonna shoot him.
Sure.
Cool.
That's a miss on the first shot.
Again.
A nat 20 hits 37 damage into Leo. Yeah, as you let out that first one, and as it's sort of pulling back away from Arthur, you just sort of miss as it's pulling back triumphantly. And the second one you let out, and as Arthur stands back up from that wound, the arrow just pierces into the neck, and you see Leo screams and turns around in your direction, Elwyn.
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Healing Arthur.
Oh yeah, you got healing word, haven't you?
Yeah. Do that one.
Or you're targeting Elwyn, the Leo still, but it's all good.
I pressed cross on it.
Ooh.
So
Silly.
I'll put the healing on the right person. So yeah, 4 goes on to
That was a bad roll, wasn't it? Is my thing still up? My starry form?
Yes, it should be. Yeah. Oh yeah, it does extra, doesn't it? It does.
Yeah.
I forget now.
I get to roll it. It's
1d6, is it?
Yeah, I've got a little thing for it. So, what's it? Healing spirit move. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. What an idiot.
This other one's going on Carl, yeah.
Yeah. By 4.
No, that's all.
Every little helps. I've got a feeling it's going to do breath at me. Where can I stand where I can peek around the corner for Warforged to do a hit? Is it back 1 space?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah.
Can he then do the turn around the corner?
Definitely. Yeah,
Cool.
I'd say so.
So if he does fire breath, it's going to hit the rock, not me.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Cool.
Totally.
That's my go done.
Nice. At the end of your turn, Leo is going to use a legendary action. And he will. How does this work? Yeah, so at the end of Elwyn's turn, he's going to use 2 legendary actions. And he starts beating his wings. Just as he sort of turns around and screams in your direction, Elwyn, he starts lifting the wings up and just beating furiously. Let's do this. What do you mean? Silly. Yeah, so I don't know why it's making him roll. Can I get from Eleanor, Carl, and Arthur? Let's not even put Arthur in there for some reason. Arthur is going to make a dex save as well as the other two. I don't know why Arthur has been excluded from that.
I
Believe
don't think I can.
I'm 20.
believe
Yeah,
I
20
get
on my
advantage
side, obviously.
for being a barbarian. I think.
Do what, sorry?
I think I get advantage on it if I remember what I read
yes.
correctly.
Danger
sense, yeah. Advantage on dex and saving. Dex,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eleanor is unconscious, so I also don't know why it's asking her.
Is
I
this
will
from
just
the
roll
fact-
Eleanor's and ignore it.
Okay, well, I didn't do very well, and
Nice. Carl, you take 6 damage, and then Archer needs to roll one, doesn't he? A dex save. That is a fail for Archer. Why is this being so weird? Yeah, which is 12 damage to Archer, which is enough to this time legitimately send him unconscious. So he turns around, screams in your direction, and starts beating his wings furiously. As he starts just throwing them around, both of Carl and Arthur has tried to sort of dodge out of the way of these muscular mass things just rolling around. Carl, not dodging, but via his rage, only taking half the damage. Arthur taking the full damage and dropping unconscious in the water there. It is the beginning of Archer's turn. He gets healing from the healing spirit, which brings him back to 4 HP.
I'm alive, yes?
You are prone currently, but yeah, you have 4 hit points.
Is there a dragon in front of me?
There is.
Cool. I would like to get up from prone and
Sure.
smack it very hard twice with my longsword, please.
Excellent.
The staff of willing that I'm carrying seems fucking useless, so I'm just going to use my sword.
Do you trust me to roll on your behalf?
Yeah.
Excellent. I hit for you. That is 19 damage. Do you want to drop a Divine Smite into it?
I do not, because I can't remember what spell slots I've got left.
That is fine. 19 damage goes through on Leo. And then I assume the same again.
Yeah, hit him again, why not?
Oh, wow, you shouldn't let me roll for you. That was a 1 and a 2.
Why are you doing this to me? Isn't it bad if you're trying to kill me?
I asked if you wanted me to roll for you, and you said
Yeah,
yes.
that's on me. My bad.
Yeah, that one is a miss.
Cool. Well, I ain't moving anywhere because I'm still in the healing
You are.
spirit. I don't think I've got any bonus actions other than bonus action tell the dragon to fuck off.
That's fair. At the end of Arthur's turn, Leo is going to use another legendary action, and will just swing his tail at Arthur. As Arthur hits with the first one, slashes across with that longsword. Then as he goes for a second, Leo just spins around and just whips him with his tail. And that's a miss. Nyx, it is your turn.
Dragon.
Yes.
Shoot.
Okay.
Am I able to do that?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. Dragon. Shoot with dragon. Why is my dice black?
I don't know. Black text on a black die. It's very nice.
That was.
Yeah, 11 lightning damage goes through as you just let rip with that.
And sneak attack.
And you get to add your sneak attack, yeah.
Wait, no. Do I get sneak attack because it's a? Is it a finesse weapon?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're fine with your weapon now.
Okay.
Which makes it 22 damage in total.
And then I do it again.
Sure.
So I'm just like, amazing. I can't read 90. Whoa. Whoa.
That one puts 18 damage through. Yeah, you go through for 40 damage with those two shots, Nix. As they finish, you want to do bonus actions, movement.
No, thank you.
Okay. Eleanor, it's your turn if you can make a death save for me.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I agree.
Nice.
Success.
Two successes.
Although, was the thing that I had to take earlier the dexterity save? Should I have not taken like some sort of damage for that, like some automatic death?
I'm kind of I'm a bit undecided on that one, basically. Essentially, like, you're down on the ground, so I feel like the likelihood of its wings sort of whipping at you in that situation are pretty low. And plus, I mean, he's got two people either side, which he did hit with his wings that were flapping around. You're literally behind rather than to the side, so it seems reasonable that unconscious, further away than them, and in a different direction. I think Eleanor's probably safe on that one.
Very kind of you.
Uh,
Very well.
I think it's reasonable.
I think it's reasonably kind.
John, it's your turn. You're the same person. I've just realised.
No, they're very different characters.
Indeed.
Right. What's John up to? Spell book. What have I got left to spell?
Oh yeah, John's got quite a lot of spells left compared to others.
Yeah. Is Leo wearing metal? I can't remember.
No.
No. Cool.
If it helps as well, Leo burnt a legendary resistance towards the end of last session, so he's definitely got some. Might have only had one, might have had more, but I think there was speculation during the session where he had some. They burnt one right towards the end.
Most of my spells aren't super useful for single combatants, which I think is a problem. We didn't fight massive hordes earlier. So I was going to just do a shatter, but why is shatter so big?
Nice.
Like 9 damage probably wasn't worth it, was it? It definitely wasn't worth it. So I rolled badly. I rolled a little bit badly. Yeah. Yeah, my spells just aren't good for
Yeah, you've got quite a lot of
combat.
area type stuff, right? And beams, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
He does save, so he takes half damage for that, so 4 damage goes through.
Dick. Take 4 damage. That's our turn. I'm done.
Okay, that's cool. Warforged. You do have an Elwyn in your possession currently, or under your possession.
No, shoot dragon.
Certainly. Oh, that is a miss, unfortunately.
No.
I feel like Elwyn may have missed every time Warforged has attacked through him.
Mm.
I'm sure he's done some crits.
Oh, has he? Okay, I'll let you off, Warforged. Errand is up.
Okay. Errand is actually pretty much out of stuff that she can do, but, and I'm pretty sure this is just going to burn a legendary resistance at best. But she will drop the concentration on the invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Target Leo.
Excuse me.
Hold monster.
Nice.
Did she actually target Leo? There we go. Leo's targeted. Hold monster.
Cool. He'll make a wisdom save.
He gets like plus 100 or something. Sure.
He does succeed on that.
Damn it. And there isn't a lot else that she can do. So she will stand there looking worried.
Fair. Carl.
Okay, so
You
I'm.
are currently frightened, so you have disadvantage on any attacks against it. You cannot move willingly closer to Leo either.
Can I move willingly the same distance?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Can I move willingly within 10 feet of Arthur? If I'm further away, is that too messy? That's a bit messy.
I feel like if you are scared of it, like R2 is literally on the other side of that dragon, right? I feel like crossing the dragon's probably moving closer to it without some.
I will attack. I will attack accepting the disadvantage, I guess.
Or you could. I mean, you can reckless to make it normal.
I will recklessly attack to nullify that.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Okay. So Carl will target Leo. Great Weapons Master is presumably still on.
Yes, it is currently. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I just need to actually select Carl, not Errand. The first one is a miss.
Is.
The second one is also a miss. Which is unfortunate. It's a shame I can't roll. And then he will bamf away as I can.
Oh yeah, you can, can't you? Yeah.
Up onto that tree.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all Carl can do.
Nice. Okie dokie. It's Leo's turn. Leo, as you sort of swing twice at him, Carl, turns around, sort of swings around almost as if it's going to try and take a claw at you. And as you do, you just bamf out the way using your powers there. You then see he sort of turns around, he screams again, he looks over in your direction, Nyx. And he will attempt to use his frightful presence on you. If you can make a wisdom save for me. That's a fail. You are also now frightened of him.
Fun.
He will then, as he screams out in your way, he'll then turn to Arthur and make a claw attack. That's a miss. And he will make a second. That's also a miss. And then you see just rears back again and just once again throws the neck and all the muscles down in a biting action towards Arthur. That one's a hit. That does 12 damage, dropping Arthur unconscious again. As Arthur drops down unconscious, Leo turns and doesn't even fly, just dashes, starts this monstrous, muscly, scaly legs just slamming down into the water as he just dashes up in your direction, Elwyn. And as you're stood with your sort of back to the wall, to that rock where you sort of peeked around, as you sort of turn, you hear the noise, you turn, you just see this screeching dragon just beelining its way towards you. It is your turn, Elwyn.
I'm just gonna let him have a hit on me. I'm gonna move out the way. I'm gonna move.
Yeah. All right. Let me
Yeah.
take a reaction quick then. Yeah, he'll take a claws attack as a reaction. That hits you for 14 slashing damage.
Concentration.
Warforged, you take 7. You maintain the concentration still. So yeah, you take 14, Elwyn. 7 to you, Warforged. There are lots of single-digit HP numbers out there now.
Is one of them Leo?
Well, that would be spoilers, wouldn't it? But no.
He's got 11 hit points left. Lads.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a shot at him.
Yeah, go for it.
I've pressed it, but my computer's being really slow. I don't want to press it again.
No, you're good. You're good.
Oh, I thought it was a 20 again then.
Yeah,
just shot Carl.
he had you targeted. Don't worry, it's all good.
I was not even on my screen.
There's a 22.
Nice. 19 damage goes through on Leo. Oh, 11 damage, sorry.
Oh, I've now just cleared all targets and gone there.
Perfect.
I unfortunately can't see Carl to know that he's not down.
It's okay, as long as you keep annoying Leo.
Nice. That is 14 damage goes through it. Sorry, 1 second. My phone's ringing. I'll be back in 1 second.
What's the distance between me and... Oh, I can.
What's that?
I can, technically, although it's a bit metagamey, I can bamf to within 10 feet of Artur. If Artur comes back to consciousness, to remove the fear effect.
He should automatically because of my healing spirit.
Yeah. But
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 14 damage goes through on that second shot there, Elwyn. So yeah, you get both shots off, both putting damage through. At the end of your turn,
I've still got bonus action.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
If I heal R2, I can't heal Carl, or I can't actually see him, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the distance between my... And I can't heal Eleanor because she's a ghost, right? I think you said last time.
She's undead, so you can heal. You can heal as long as it's not something that, or did we find some? Was there something on her sheet that made that not right? But
I think it's something on my sheet. My spells.
Oh yeah, didn't you have a spell that was?
Oh, what about my Starry Form heal?
Yeah, I assume that would be okay.
So I will do a heal on. Right, let's clear off everyone. I'll do my normal heal on Artir.
Yeah.
The one that I can't do on, and I should have thought of this earlier. You must roll attack roll first. I've gone to do a bonus heal on Artir, and it's telling me to attack.
What, healing word?
No, yeah, healing word.
Oh, really?
I'll try it again. Yeah, you must target a token before rolling. Oh, I was not targeting him. Is that right? I think it keeps targeting me.
Oh,
spirit.
yes, it might be. Yeah, hang on. To make it a bit easier, let me move him so they're not on the same space.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah.
And then
So it's 7 heals on Arthur. No longer unconscious again.
Owen is 45 away. It's 30 from when my heal is, right?
What, for the starry form one?
Yeah.
1 sec. Was it chalice in it?
Yeah, it's not got any information up at the moment.
Starry form. Oh, really? That's cool. Let me find a quick starry form.
I thought it was 10 feet from my target.
Oh no, you or another creature within 30 feet of you.
Oh, that means was Carl 30 feet from me when I?
Yeah, he
He
was
was
previously. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I do the heal on Warforged then?
Yeah, sure.
I can't click on Warforged either. There you go. I managed to do Warforged. Clear targets. Warforge.
So, oh, nice. 11 for you, Warforged.
I'm gonna have to try and move closer.
That's a healthy little robot dude. Yeah, Leo just screams back in your direction, Elwyn. It is Artua's turn. Artua gets the healing spirit off again.
Yeah, 1 hit point.
1 HP.
I am here now, by
Oh,
the way.
yeah, so you are. Exciting.
Apologies
Does that mean
for
you've
the
made your
delay.
gutter?
Well, I
You've
bodged
left Nick
something
to it.
together. It exists, and that is all we need to know.
Nice.
So in my 1 hit point glory that I currently have,
Yes.
Shouldn't he have a bit more?
oh wait, yeah, didn't I have?
I did a healing word as well.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, you
Elwyn helped me,
definitely do.
right?
Yeah, why didn't that go on? You should have 8, yeah.
Best put me back up to max to make up for it, I think.
In fact, you should have a little more than that. 1 sec. You should be on 11 hit points. There you go. 11 hit points for you.
Oh, I feel so much healthier. So am I currently prone?
You are. You keep getting
Right.
knocked
I keep getting
unconscious.
dropped. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why this keeps happening. I will spend half my speed to get up from prone. Now, annoyingly, it halves all of my speeds, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So even though I've got flying speed from my Celestial Revelation, I still
Does that
can't
give you-
get
Is that still 30?
It's flying speed equal to my walking speed,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, so yeah, it still leaves you the same, yeah.
Although that does seem to have vanished now from my buffs, to be honest. But I don't know whether that's because I'm currently still classed as unconscious, according to the buff I have.
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah. Was it? It's your Celestial Revelation, isn't it?
I should have, yeah. I mean, I'd started it last. Okay, so I likely wouldn't have had much left of it. I suppose it is only a minute. It's entirely possible.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that
run
is
out,
true.
but-
We likely would have.
We had
done
a bit
this,
of time in
We
between,
are very
didn't we?
deep, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I will I want to get to this fucking thing, but I've got the staff, right?
You have.
So I guess instead of just flying at this thing and trying to kill it, I am going to focus on the staff,
Mm-hmm.
see if I can feel any link to Lathander at all from it, being the divine item it is. And I am going to will through the staff for the dragon to fall under my control.
Okay.
And see if anything happens.
Can you make for me a Constitution save?
Oh, I already did this once.
You did.
Fuck's sake. Whoa, that's not the right number. That should be, I believe, 18.
You're on
Bear
+5.
with,
Yeah,
bear
+2
with.
seems low for you, yeah.
Creature gains a bonus equal to... Yeah, so that should be 18, not 15.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I'm unconscious, my aura of protection just isn't existing, apparently.
So yeah, you get up from your prone state, and you yeah, you grasp onto that staff, just reaching out for any kind of connection to Lathander or any sign of his presence, approval, guidance, just anything, and you don't get anything back. And as you just squeeze onto it, you just, as tight as you can grip it, you just look towards Leo and you will to have control of him. And as you see him looking back, he was staring down at Elwyn, just sort of squealing, and he turns in your direction and lets out this heavy breath. His head lowers a little, and you see as he breathes out of the heavy nostrils, it sort of disturbs the water a little underneath him. And he sort of looks in your direction and just lowers his head slightly, nods in your direction. Nix,
Yeah.
can you shoot Arthur with your Dragon Bolt blaster, please?
Why?
Why not?
What?
Do it.
Do I have
Shoot me.
to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you absolutely do.
The staff wills it.
What?
The staff wills it. Do it. Shoot
Okay.
me. Shoot me in the butt.
What the hell? Okay, yep.
You'll regret it, but I'll do it.
There you go. I did it with disadvantage. Okay, yeah.
Yes, because you can see Leo.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. You will it, Archer, and then as you do, you hear the shoot of electricity as Nyx takes a shot out at you. You can see Nyx still sort of looking over at Leo a little pensively as he does. You immediately turn to look at Nyx. Nyx, you have no idea what overcome you in that moment.
Oh,
Otter, are you sure you didn't just sort of try and will that you and Leo are on the same side?
As you turn, you look at Nyx in confusion. Elwyn, can you take a shot at Arthur for me?
Yeah.
I just had to use it. Sorry, guys.
I don't know if I'm being slow or not, if I've not actually pressed it.
You're fine.
Figured Sam must have gone to all the effort to
Don't
work
think
out
so.
what
Doesn't
happens
look
if someone
doesn't look
uses
like
it.
you've targeted him or anything yet.
Okay.
It would just be wrong of me to not use it, because otherwise all that time Sam puts into working it out is wasted.
Oh, if I'm gonna give you a legendary item like that, then I expect you to
Someone's
use
got
it,
to
or at
use
least
it,
be
right?
tempted by it. Yeah.
And let's be honest, with my track record, who was it gonna be?
Yeah, I think my screen's mucking up, Sam. I can't actually fire a shot if you want to do it. My
We'll be back
screen
in a
is
sec.
telling me no.
With
Rolls a 1.
pleasure.
I've got it lined up and I've pressed it twice. I don't know.
Oh. Here it goes.
It's gonna do it multiple times.
Ah!
It's a miss. Yeah, as you look over in Nyx's direction, and then you feel the just a as an arrow just hits into the back of your armor. Gets a hit on you, but just not doesn't get a clean sort of strike for any of the gaps in your armor or anything. Elwyn, you're fully aware of yourself, but you just for that one moment you just willingly rose up the bow and let the strike go. As Arthur turns and looks in your direction, you have no explanation. Zayfash, what do you want to do on your turn, Arthur?
Yeah, I feel like I'm probably not too phased by the, because like I understand the premise of the item, right? That it's a balance thing, and I think I was probably shocked a little bit when Nick shot, and then I looked and then kind of thought for a second, and then another arrow hit me. I go, this tracks. Leo seems to be stopped.
Calm, collected.
I shout calmly to everyone. Let's all stop for a second. Something is happening. Don't hit the dragon unless the dragon hits you. And I move my 15 feet towards Leo.
Yeah. As you do, you see sort of again just sort of lowers its head slightly in your direction, almost sort of subserviently, I suppose. Just sort of you see it just sort of looks over and sort of acknowledges you as you sort of approach.
I slowly begin to like stretch out my hand towards him to like almost go to like I guess pet him, but I'm not quite close enough yet. So like I'm on my way to him to pet him.
That's cool.
That's me done.
Next, is there anything you want to do on your turn?
Apologise.
Apology not accepted. I'm going to kill you with my dragon later.
Best done by shooting him.
I don't know what came over me. Sorry.
If you have healing to do, now is the time, Arthur says as he kind of walks towards this thing.
Okay. How much does a superior potion of healing do?
Like 8d4, isn't it? 8d4 plus 8, something like that?
8d4 plus 8.
Should I drink one of those?
Carl, don't you dare. I saw that. You leave my boy alone.
Scared of him.
I'll
Couldn't get closer.
regular one.
I want a dragon.
I'll drink a regular potion.
You're targeting Leo, but it's fine. I'm assuming you want to heal
Yeah.
yourself, not him.
Heal my dragon.
I can throw a potion in.
That is 10 healing on you, Nyx.
Thank you.
Anything else you would like to do?
No. No, thank you.
Okie dokie. It is Eleanor's go. If I can get a death. Oh, I think did I see Charlie had to step away quickly just now?
I did, but
Ah.
timing is perfect. I literally
Aha.
came back and I saw it pop up. Death save, yeah?
Tremendous, yes.
Oh, fail. What a real shit.
Nice. John, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Before you rush
Finish
into
it
action,
off.
I'm not sure what you did and didn't see.
Oh, I didn't see very much.
Okay. Arthur used the staff, attempted to take control of Leo, told him, essentially
Yeah.
trying to overtake him. Did so, seems to have been successful. And then Nyx and Elwyn both took shots at Arthur.
Balance, baby.
Can I hold an action?
Yeah.
Hold an action. Oh, I can't really hold 2 actions, can I? I kind of want to. I want to hold an action. Can I hold an action such that I fire my lightning launcher at either Arteria or Leokin if either of them is aggressive to the party?
I'll allow that, yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
War forged inside of Elwyn. Even for you.
What can I do?
You can unpossess. You can make Elwyn take an attack on something.
I'll just be in. I'll just be.
You'll just be
Yeah.
errand.
Errand. Is going. She's looking at Arthur and Elwyn. And she's trying to see if she can sense some sort of magical connection between them. And at the same time, she can see just over that rock and straight down that thing, Carl looking fairly annoyed. And so she is going to quietly move round to sort of hiding behind that tree stump, if that's possible.
Yeah.
And she will attempt to actually hide. Can she actually make a stealth roll, or was that just something
Yeah,
that...
go for it, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Still, Carl's perception is notoriously high, so that's fine. Yeah, that's basically what she's doing. She's got 1 spell slot left.
Nice.
She doesn't know what to do with it.
Carl, you are frightened of Leo still currently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. You can't come hit me.
No, I can't come. Really wants to. I think Carl is gonna, as he can feel the rage fading, he's gonna take use of it to bamf over to where Eleanor's. Is that a lying down ghost?
Yeah, sure.
And stuff, and I don't think I've actually got anything useful in my. No. No longer raging, Carl is going to consider how useful a firebolt will be next time. And that's it.
Okay.
So yeah, he will spend his sort of action trying to help Eleanor.
On Leo's turn, as you sort of approach Arthur, you walk over and, like you say, you have your hand out, almost sort of gesturing to sort of place the hand on the head. I think you were trying, weren't you? You said.
Yeah.
You see, Leo pulls back a little. Then takes a step forward and stands alongside you in the water. Lowers its head slightly, just down to reach your touch. And stands alongside you. You see, it sort of looks as it does lower its head enough for you to sort of put your hand onto the sort of the scales of its head. You see it sort of looks at you almost looking for command.
Oh. I did a thing, guys. And it only got me shot in the butt twice.
Do you have a command for him?
Hold.
Yeah, he stands beside you calmly in the water.
I give him a little pat on the nose.
Owen?
Don't you dare. It's my boy. My boy Leokin.
Can I try an insight check on the dragon
Oh.
to see if it's aggressive towards the party, except for Artur? I'm ignoring Artur, but like, does he look like he's still aggressive towards like Carl?
I will.
Nick.
Just let me check something quick. If I remember right, you're very good at animal handling. In fact, I will let you do it via animal handling to get a read then, because you're a man of nature.
Oh, fucking hell!
Nice. Yeah, you sort of you take some steps slightly further down to the south. You sort of look over. You get a pretty good read as Leo stands there calmly. You can see Arthur has the hand on the sort of scales on the head. You sort of just take a look. You take a read of the beast's body language. You can see its eyes as it looks over at Arthur. You've seen this same kind of the body language and the sort of the sense of sort of just the way it looks over. You've seen this in Pepper before. This is a beast alongside its master.
Okay, I will not shoot. I'll just say that it's my turn, and I'll bonus action move my spirit.
Eleanor's still dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the spirit.
Oh, but she classes an undead, doesn't she?
She
Yeah,
is.
so I
That's the
thought the
issue.
spirit wouldn't work on
Yeah.
Eleanor.
Spirit doesn't work on undead and constructs. So it doubly doesn't work on Warforged.
I think we might start a campaign. I'm pretty sure I used it at Warforged.
No,
Can
Warforged is a humanoid, not a construct.
I thought it was a construct where it's a Warforged. Can I move it at Carl?
Yeah.
Scary
Because
buddy.
it might be the master of Artir, but he might be enemies of the rest of the group. Hence why I did that shot. And I'll just do that as my go.
It is your turn, Arthur.
That's me. I'm really scared of what's gonna happen. I look round to the rest of my party. Now I don't think I can do anything to help Eleanor because all of my healing is magic, and divine magic I think doesn't tend to heal undead, right? Would I know that as a...
If it specifically says it doesn't work on undead, then yes.
Oh yeah, lay on hands. This feature has no effect on undead and construct. Okay, so I can't do anything to help Eleanor right now. I don't even have any potions. So I look round the group and kind of, as I'm still kind of keeping Leo calm, and I point to the rest of the group and I go, "These are friends. We don't hurt them." And then I am going to try to climb on Leo's back. Because he's a big boy, right?
Make an animal handling check for me.
Oh, I'm really good at these. Oh! The dice gods giveth, and the dice gods take away.
You've seen the Uniter ride atop Leokin. And as you sort of gesture, Leokin lowers the muscles in his legs somewhat, enough for you to be able to put a foot up onto one of the sort of front legs, bring yourself up so you're sort of straddled along the base of the neck, just between the sort of tips of the wings, as they meet this sort of giant torso, and you find yourself sat atop a dragon.
Game over, Harathos. Fuck you. I guess, can I look round the rest of the battlefield? Is there anything else that looks to be a threat?
The only thing in your sort of nearby vision in this sort of area, there's still the sort of the various troops that accompanied you up here. There is still the human and elven contingents are still they're sort of looking on as this is happening. You can see a few of the humans, particularly as you climb onto the dragon. A few of these sort of humans and the representatives of Austria, you see them sort of whisper to each other. There's some sort of, they seem a bit wary of what's happening right now. Then you can see some of the elves also sort of talking amongst themselves. There seems to be, you can see there is constant sort of darting eye movement from both sides, the humans and the elves, both sort of side-eyeing each other as they look at this curious situation with the sand dragon, as well as just keeping this constant eye on one another.
But the humans and the elves are a bit aggy with each other right now.
Yeah.
But they're both friendlies, right? They're both from our side.
Yeah.
There were the Uniter had all races as well.
Yeah, the Uniter's got a load of other people with him, right? Or had
yes, not in this. In the area you are currently, you can only see the invasion forces of the allied nations, I guess, of Thentos.
Can I fly Leo down towards the group of the humans and the elves?
Yeah.
And I'd like to land a good 20 feet away from them, so that I don't just land in the middle of them and just they all start attacking me or anything. But I fly over and land, try and make it as graceful as possible. I don't know how much movement speed my flyy boy has, but
He can move.
I can get there. I hope.
Yeah, he can fly 80 feet.
Awesome. At which point I do so, and when I land, I assume they probably all look my way.
Yeah, it's a sight to take in currently.
Yeah. So I have the staff of willing in one hand, so I lift it up into the air, and I yell across this field of these two armies, essentially, I guess, these two battalions, whatever, and I yell, "The Uniter has been defeated. His armies are next. We don't have time for fighting with each other. Come with me, let's destroy the last of his armies. And then we can all go home."
Right, there's a couple of things we should resolve in initiative still, I believe.
Yeah.
Let's start with Eleanor. Make a death save for me. Keeping us on our toes.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that 2 fails?
It is.
Yeah.
I guess rather than go for everyone's head, does anyone have anything they can do to heal Eleanor? Anything that doesn't, anything that heals that doesn't,
Oh shit!
isn't ineffective against undead?
Bollocks.
Yeah, Cure Wounds doesn't work. No healing magic tends to work on
healing.
I have one spell, but I need to get closer.
What about healing potion?
Healing potion should work if you can feed it to a ghost, right?
And ghosts eat.
Yeah.
You have no experience of having used a healing potion on one. If any of you have a healing potion you are willing to use up on the chance that it will work, then absolutely.
Yeah, I do. It's fine. It's just a normal healing potion.
Yeah, John wants to use one of the ones they've got. Yeah.
Well, I thought to say it earlier, but Trent Alexander-Arnold was at work today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He now owns part of the team. I don't know if you've seen this in the press, maybe not.
No, I haven't. No.
But him, Anthony Joshua, Rory McIlroy, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, aka Taylor Swift's boyfriend, Juan Mata, all own part of the team now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And also some random tennis guy who I don't know.
Mm.
So Trent was there doing some photo shoots with the car and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, John steps over, takes a chance, takes out a healing potion, and kneels over you can see the spirit of Eleanor there. Sort of leans over her, attempts as best he can to place a potion of healing into the mouth of this spirit. And you watch as the contents hit the ground below the spirit.
Ooh.
This is bullshit.
Um,
Um,
Warforged, I don't think you've got anything you can do currently, right?
I don't think so.
Errand, it's your turn.
Erin's got nothing that she can do of use there. She's going to keep hiding.
Okay.
For now.
Carl? Start Carl's turn. Carl does
yeah.
get some healing from the healing spirit.
Why not?
Let me just make that.
Yeah, it pops
My
up.
question: when my healing spirit works, does that mean I get my chalice healing?
Let me have a look.
Do I need to actually cast a spell?
Whenever you cast a spell that restores hit
Oh.
points, so I would say the first time you put it down, it will probably trigger because it's a spell that heals hit points. But I wouldn't say every time it triggers because you're not casting a spell every time. Yeah, Carl, anything you would like to do?
I
Healing
have
spirit is
established
gone now, by the way.
I've established that arcane healing is not going to work because it specifically says has no effect on undead or constructs.
Yeah.
No,
I can't. Where is it? I can't gain the benefits of any objects or substance or high ingestion, so that's why it doesn't work. Does anyone have a healing salve though? Because technically, I don't think that. I think technically that works. But I don't think I have a healing salve.
That's the short answer to that.
Nothing Carl can contribute.
There is nothing Carl can contribute. Carl is going to be watching Leo as Leo is flying down with.
Yeah.
Also, still holding the staff of willing.
Yes.
Okay.
My precious.
Yeah.
Elwyn. Anything on your turn?
I'm gonna try and move closer to everyone.
We're gonna gather around for this roll that's about to come. It looks like.
It's half speed through water, innit?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So I get 25 more feet. So do I move 15 or 10?
Move 15. You're fine.
And how close do I need to be for my starry form?
30 feet. Which it looks like you're exactly within.
Yeah. I'm gonna try a bonus action healing word. I need to set something first.
Healing word will work.
This is what I'm using on Carl.
I just died then.
Healing word on Carl.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl regains 6 hit points. And your chalice activates.
I'll attempt to use it on.
Yeah, roll a d8 for me.
Just roll a d8, not use the healing thing.
Oh yeah, you can heal it. Yeah, I forgot that's got a thing for it, hasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
It says it's a 30. What? It's saying I'm not close enough for it.
That's because you're targeting Carl still.
Ah.
So yeah, you cast out the healing word. Carl gets the benefit of those 6 points of healing, and your starry form has no qualifiers on it.
Woo!
And in the nick of time, as everyone gathers round trying to aid this dying spirit, Elwyn, your starry form, your healing chalice, restores 4 hit points to Eleanor, who comes back to consciousness.
Oh, I know it would have worked.
Lastest of last moments. Yeah, you have used the
Warforged.
yeah.
All I can say is thank fuck for slightly dodgy word like rules writing. Also, I wasn't dying. I was fading. That's the official
Yes,
term.
that is true. Yes, you're entirely right. I'm going to bring us out of initiative at this point. Because it feels like the things that were under immediate threat are resolved. I think. I mean, I could be wrong. I think. Oh no, I suppose Artery possibly could have done stuff there.
I have one. I have one thing I would like to do, but I couldn't do anything to help Eleanor.
Cool. What would you like to do?
I would like to put all 20 points of my lay on hands that I've got left into me, so I'm not dying.
Sure, go for it. Nice.
Done.
Yeah, as Eleanor comes back to consciousness after it, you are giving that speech to those surrounding sort of combatants, telling them that the Uniter is defeated and that you need to take the fight to the rest of his forces.
How far away is he from us?
Currently about 70, 75 feet.
So we can see him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Once Eleanor's obviously recovering and failing to see Errand, Carl is going to march down towards Artur.
Yeah.
And then when he gets within yelling range, he's going to shout something along the lines of, "Was this your plan all along? Kill him and take the staff."
Arthur looks back at this point, kind of turns around and sees Carl and goes, "What are you on about? Does it look like I'm a man with a plan right now? Shit fell apart. I nearly got eaten by a dragon. I'm rolling with it."
What are you doing with that? He points towards the staff with the greatsword.
Keeping it out of hands of people who would do harm with it. As I'm sure you know.
Did you plan this? You want to kill him all along.
I never wanted to... No. I don't want to lie to you. I always intended on killing the Uniter. I never intended on hurting what was your friend. And I don't believe I did.
So it was all her plan.
Carl, your friend was gone. I'm sorry. But they were gone.
He's not gone. I saw him. He needs the body to come back. How is he going to find his way back now?
Think now, Carl, he gets to be at peace. He doesn't have to find his way back. They get to find their way to the better place.
Don't you want that? There is no better place. This is it.
Well, let's hope not. Now, are we going to destroy the last of this army, or what?
Okay. But this is no. There must be something we can do. Something I can do.
I shout back to the rest of the party. And I go, "Friends, we have the upper hand. With the Uniter defeated and his greatest weapon on our side, forces don't stand a chance. We need to force them to surrender so that we can take the real fight."
You'll want to see off the remainder of the forces on this island, I assume? Or
Yeah, Carl does.
I figure I can fly around on the back of a dragon and eat some faces or something. I don't know.
what's going on with our representative of the Order, the Magi?
She's still. I think once Carl has gone down there, she will come back out of hiding and rejoin this lot. And then I think there will be Carl again is going to accuse her of that being her plan all along. And as long as someone sort of gets between them, then they will be able to calm him down.
Okay.
And Erin is apologetic. She didn't know what was happening. She just knew they were losing. She didn't see she had a choice.
Nice. Is there I guess in the remaining as the sort of water in this this river stream continues moving, is there anything anybody wants to do before we leave this area? There's no body to retain, admittedly, but
No, I don't think so. Carl is keen to go and kill something.
nice.
Erin's short rest.
Well, following which over multiple sessions is around 7 to 8 hours of combat, I think. I'm not going to make you combat out any further confrontations on this particular island for now. Yeah, over the next hour or so, you are able to make your way around Blyburn. You reunite some of the various parts of the sort of the strike forces which are around the island. You do come into some more minor combats. As you come against some of the Uniters' forces, some of them, as they see you with Leo with your group and the staff of willing in the hands of one of your parties, some are quite quick to surrender. Some do continue fighting. Their forces are quickly depleting. They are either heavily wounded already or quickly surrendering, as the various strike forces around the island begin reporting of victories and having control of areas of the island of Blyburn. And as we near the middle of the day, 5 hours after the various forces began landing on the island, the mission is considered a success. The Uniter has been eliminated. His forces have been decimated or surrendered. What few of them remain. As your group makes its way back to the shoreline, you have some time as some of the various boats offshore are sort of preparing to start bringing all the various forces back off the island and onto the transports. You have some time to sort of reflect and look around. There's heavy casualties on both sides of this. This was not a straightforward encounter across the entire island at all. Some of you know people that you know had come along on this particular encounter. And the various forces are spread all around the island, but messages start spreading around of some of the various victories and losses around the island. Carl, as these various discussions are going on, you listen out for Wenda's name. You know that she told you that she was going to come along. You don't hear any mentions of her at all, either way. one of the as you are sort of on the shore, one of the guards, one of the Austrial, the Griffinsteel guards, actually approaches you, walks over in your direction, sees as you're approaching, you are looking, even by Carl Garbin standards, pretty sullen, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
As he, you see, sort of stops and he says, congratulations, your group killed him. Is that right?
United was killed. Yeah.
And which of you, to which of you do we owe our thanks?
Carl looks across, I don't know, the other side of the area where Errand is possibly talking to some elves or something, and just says, "You can thank the elves for his death."
And he sort of looks over and sees Errand speaking with some of these elves as well, and sort of hears your response. And he sort of looks back at you and he says, some of the lads, they've been saying they don't. There's just a bit of a feeling that some of these elves maybe weren't putting their all in on this. They weren't putting themselves in the same risks we did. They were hanging back, holding back. Do you think we can trust them?
I don't know, lad.
My dad told me you could never trust an elf. Oh, by the way, I know you were friends with Captain Dustluck, weren't you? She's
Yeah.
I've heard word she's safe. She fought valiantly on the other side of the island, but she's safe.
Yeah.
She'll be going home to celebrate with the rest of us.
At least some people get to go home, I guess. Listen, lad, your dad wasn't wrong. You can't trust elves, but he wasn't right either. You can't trust the guards either.
You see, he sort of looks at you a little sort of confused, almost sort of unsure how to take it, and he just well, I suppose thank you and congratulations again. He sort of just nods and walks off.
As he's walking off, Carl just calls back, "Hey, lad.
Yeah.
When you get back to Griffinsteel, maybe find another job. Something creative."
He nods at you. He says, This wasn't what I signed up for. This was terrifying."
Yeah, it was. And Carl sits back down.
Some of the smaller sort of troop transport, sort of smaller boats start sort of reaching the shoreline, ready to begin picking up some of the all of the forces to take them back to the larger ships that can't sort of get all the way into shore. A number of these sort of rowboats or smaller boats start pulling up. They sort of pull up out of the water and sort of into the sand as they do at the shore's edge. You can see all these boats in this area. They appear to be the boats which were sent by the elves of Kazan. The particular of the 5 tribes, the 5 cities, the group which decided or offered to aid and use their navy for transport, but not aid in the invasion or operation itself. And as they sort of pull aside, you can see all around you, the various sort of wounded all begin sort of looking over. People start sort of getting up to their feet, helping up those alongside them to take them to the boats. One of the elves rowing one of these boats, sort of, he stands and he calls out and announces to everyone, all elves will have free passage on the boat to Nahastan. Others, and you see he sort of looks around, humans of Austril, our part in this deal is done. You can make your own way to your homes. And immediately, I'm going to pause 1 second because somebody's creeping into the room.
I bet it's Libby.
I reckon it's Cormac.
I reckon it's Alan Partridge.
Libby dressed as Alan Partridge?
Correct.
Think of some ideas.
So I don't really know what I'm to do with this dragon now, guys.
And we still got the god to fight.
Yeah, we still got to
Everyone's
go
all
kill
leaving.
Harathos.
I
I
don't know.
don't think Harathos is on. Harathos, I don't think is on Blyburn though, is he?
I
Either
think
way, he is.
I have a
He's-
feeling
He's
that
in the
might-
Blacklands, isn't he?
I think he's still chained.
Yeah, he's chained up
Oh,
in the
is he?
I
Blacklands.
think all we've done.
That's not the Blacklands.
Oh, we've collected all the rings now, right?
That's the other side of the world.
Yeah, I think we've stopped him for now.
Because I'm trying to think. Carl and Z found Harathos, right?
Yeah.
And Carl was on the Blacklands, but in the ethereal plane,
Yeah, we think so.
which
I got
means
the
that
impression it was a
Harathos.
different part of the world.
No, that's where the mind
No,
flayers were. Was
Because
the other
we
part of the
went.
world.
Oh, that's true. But we went somewhere, but we travelled a fair bit in the ethereal plane at that point. So I don't
Yeah.
know that we can necessarily draw that.
Hmm.
But I got the impression when the Uniter started monologuing that was Harathos talking to us,
Yes, I think it was.
and I think we've shut that particular box for now.
Yeah, lid's not fully on though.
No, but I think the gods have told us the lid's never going to be fully on.
I think the gods told us they'll never put the lid on, but if we want to, we can.
Mm.
In this delightful Tupperware situation we have.
Dragon and the Uniter and a couple of sidekicks very nearly killed us.
Well, they gave it a good go, but we also now have a dragon.
True.
Who I think probably really needs a nap.
I think we all really need a
I mean,
nap.
I was just say I know I do.
Eleanor needs a nap.
I've got one. I've left one level 3 spell slot.
I was just say I
Got one
this
heal
whole
left.
time, this whole time have held on to my last level 3 spell slot because I've got Revivify. I was
Aaron's
like,
got,
if anyone properly is gone, I was ready to get them back.
yeah, Aaron's got 1 5th level spell slot left, and that's it. After a short, she can have some spells back. So
Yeah, sorry. Yes, so this elf calls out and makes it clear that elves and any non-human forces are welcome onto these boats. Anyone else? Sorry.
They look like they're sort of some sort of important like captain or something, commander.
Yeah, you would assume so. Yeah.
Or I just
I
go
think
kill him.
I'm
Errand,
gonna go.
Errand,
Over,
will,
I'm no. I'm gonna
right,
go over to them.
Errand will come with you.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Do you mind? Why is it that you're not letting the humans on these boats? We have been fighting together. Well, I'm both, but we have been fighting alongside Austria, and surely the time for conflict is past us. We've come together here for the greater good, I suppose, to fight against something larger than ourselves and our nations. And surely that should show you that stupid infighting between nations here and nations there, and peoples here and peoples there, is a bit of a waste of time, really, isn't it? So why is you going back to it straight away afterwards? Surely this experience should have changed your mind on that.
We did not fight alongside these humans. We fought nearby them. As he's sort of speaking, you see another one of the elves who sort of come up off the beach is sort of walking over towards the boats. You see he sort of leans over and he whispers something to this elf, the one you're speaking to. You see he looks you up and down, John, and he goes, "A bastard. You have no place on these boats. A traitor to your own people.
Why is that?
You muddied all that makes our people proud.
How have I done that?
You are the spawn of... You are the spawn of them. You are not elf, you are not human, you are a mistake.
And I got to him and give him like this is Sparta kick off the boat.
Yeah.
No, it's right. I can handle this. I've met 1 or 2 races in my time, and this whoever he is won't be no different. First off, I ain't done nothing particularly. Well, actually, I have saved your life probably, but that's beside the point, you know. But what I'm saying is, what actually, I don't know who I am because I wasn't privy to it. Well, I wasn't really around when it happened. Thank God. But from what I've heard from other people, it turns out that maybe some of youth folk and some of the human folk in Austral, once upon a time, even the important ones, even the ones who by divine right is controlling you, leading you, should we say, didn't quite see it as you saw it. If you get what I'm saying, I actually got on quite well. In fact, really well. That's why I'm here. So perhaps rather than me being not one of yous and not one of them's, I'm both of you. I'm in them and I am you. And I'm a sign, I suppose, in some ways, that actually maybe we should stop fucking arguing. Who the fuck do you think you are?
And you see he sort of listens as you speak. You see him sort of take in your words. And then he he snorts and he says, "You can barely master the common tongue. You really are laughable. You fought alongside these people, and I'm sure the forces of Austral will slowly come to take you all to your homes."
Errand will step forward.
Gone.
And she'll say, "I don't know who you are, but I am Errand, Abjuration Scholar of the 14th Library of Abahan. And I sat in the council when your ruler agreed to provide the ships. I know what was promised. Anyone who goes back on that deal is not worthy of the name elf.
and you
This guy look
see,
like he's a captain. Like, does he look like he's the guy in charge here?
yeah.
Okay. And what's the general attitude of the people around him?
So as you look around, there are plenty of elves getting on these boats. Some of them just look desperate to get on a boat. They look like they are wounded enough and tired enough that they are not interested in whatever is going on. You do see there are a few elves who kind of, as they sort of are passing towards these boats and they sort of hear this going on, they sort of stop, and you can see some of them, they actually stop in their movements entirely. They sort of begin listening in and taking this, but nobody seems to speak up or sort of say anything currently.
Can I step right up to him, like get right in his face,
Mhm.
and I just want to whisper in his ear?
Yeah.
Does he? First off, does he have any sort of symbol or sign that he's the guy in charge?
Yeah, he has a small badge on his sort of right breast.
Listen here, mate. I've seen a lot of your fucking kind around. Nasty, dirty racists. You've got no reason to hate the humans other than your prejudices. You've been fighting alongside these people, and they've been fighting alongside you. They've been saving your life, you've been saving theirs. So, if I was you, take the badge and put it off. I would turn around, fuck off, and let the humans on this boat. Otherwise, I have something to say about it.
You see, you as you are sort of right, almost nose to nose with him. He sort of looks at you. He eyes slightly to your right, where he can see Elwyn stood there looking quite angry as you sort of gestured for Elwyn to hold back. But Elwyn clearly looks open for a fight currently. And you see him look onto the other side. Sorry?
With like a gigantic... I also have magical armor on with a gigantic cannon about an inch away from his chest.
You see him then turn his eyes. He looks to the left towards Errand. And you can see he sort of swallows a little, clears his throat, and he actually takes a step back from you to sort of create a little bit of space. And he turns and he calls. He says, take as many of the forces on the ships as you can. We will return them to Austril. And then our pact is complete. You can see there's a couple of what look like other sort of officers or various sort of members of the boats. A few of them begin sort of speak up and make some noise. Very quickly, this one just sort of snaps his voice. He says, "Have it be done. There's been enough blood spilled here today. This one can have his victory."
Does he walk away?
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to turn to Errand and chuck her the badge that I nicked off of him, and just say, "Congratulations on your battlefield promotion, ma'am."
Aaron will look at it, and then we'll skim it into the sea using prestidigitation to give it a little couple of bounces before it disappears.
Nice.
Yeah, over the period of the next sort of 2 to 3 hours, a number of rowboats come ashore and leave again, taking all the various forces who are dropped off here on Blyburn, ready to return them all to, as agreed initially, their various homes and points of where they left from to come on this operation. I am going to give you all a long rest.
Oh, thank God. Oh, my God.
Probably the most well-earned long rest you've had all campaign.
That was one hell of a combat.
Do we is there any more trouble after that?
No. Tensions remain, but I think at this point everyone seems just keen to get home, have this be done with.
Cool.
The game still apparently thinks I'm unconscious, by the way.
It doesn't for me.
According,
interestingly.
I've got unconscious on my screen currently. If I right click on it, it pops up being allowing delete or disable. Can I delete it, or does that break things?
You can try it. It's not even you haven't even got the unconscious condition for me.
Cool. I'm gonna try it then. Does not exist. Brilliant. I'm just gonna refresh.
Refresh.
It felt like a dream.
I for what it's worth, I have to say I am not surprised isn't the right word, but I'm pretty impressed that nobody dropped there. Everyone's come back.
I mean, it was a bit squeaky bum time for some people.
That was a heavy
six
combat for you
times.
guys, and particularly done in kind of stages that made it quite hard and taxing, I would say. Yeah.
I very much enjoyed it. Hey, I'm no longer unconscious. I now have an aura of protection again.
Tremendous.
So do I just have a dragon friend now?
So, you guys,
Does this work?
you guys have a few days on this journey back. It was 4 days to make the journey here. Why?
Aaron can get us back.
That is true. That is true. I guess I will leave that option up to you quickly first.
I'll go back with the people.
Yeah, I think tensions are probably quite high on the boat, and I would like to remain.
Any creatures?
How many big boats are there?
Oh, there are a number of big boats. I mean, there was at least 5,000-6,000 people took in part in this. There's probably in the hundreds of boats in total.
Okay. I'm in one of the last boats, and I will spend I'm like not going back early, and I will spend the time making sure that any bullshit is cut out from both sides. Any humans I hear,
Aaron's will follow your lead, my lord.
I ain't no lord.
Yeah, you are.
When she said it, she was smiling.
Yeah, this journey back takes a few days. Leo is quite heavily injured. I'm not going to say how heavily injured, but very heavily injured.
About 3 hit points, didn't he?
He had 2 hit points. 2 hit points when you decided to control him.
It's like Pokemon, right? The more damage they are to control.
Exactly. And kind of just rests up for this journey. There is continued sort of uncertainty from all around you about this sand dragon who was responsible for killing a number of the people that are not coming back on this return journey. Let's be quite open about that. But as it rests up mostly, it doesn't seem outwardly aggressive to you. If anything, throughout the journey on the way back, it seems kind of uninterested in anything around him. Doesn't really engage much. Some of the crew sort of offer some food and some meat that they have. And Leo sort of very half-heartedly kind of snaps at some of it and eats, just sort of nibbles away at the sort of bare minimum, really. But doesn't seem particularly full of life, particularly, it will take 4 days, but you do make your way back to...
During that time,
Yeah.
if Artur will let him, Carl would like to examine and specifically cast Identify on the
staff.
on the staff.
That's a good question, Arthur.
I am absolutely fine with that. Artur is almost certainly also spending the 4 days we've got focusing on and seeing if there is any way to attune to the staff.
Attuning, perhaps?
I mean, it seems to have worked without attunement, but I don't know the specific details of it, so...
Yeah,
certainly
let's
attempts
resolve
to.
each of these, I guess. So yeah, you have hold of the item, Arthur. Whenever you hold the item, it has a sense of power. This is of. It's not even arcane. It's almost like it's otherworldly. This is a, like, as we sort of addressed last session. This is a fragment of a tool of the gods. This isn't a magical item. This is an item that operates on some kind of primordial level. It's not. It doesn't cast spells. It doesn't pull on arcane sciences or magics. It tampers with reality itself on some level. You've encountered a number of various magics in your lifetime, none of which this seems to align with in terms of what it can and can't do. Equally, amongst your group, Carl, as you attempt to identify it and spend some time with it, you're a man who has had brushes with magic and slowly began to engross himself in the knowledge of the arcane. This goes beyond any kind of magic. Even when you think of some of the most powerful spells of which you've sort of heard and read of, the obvious comparison you think of is to the spell Wish, a kind of legendary spell, one that is of such power that even casting it can kind of wreck a caster's ability to pull on those sort of energies again. That's kind of the closest in terms of what you believe its effects are, but it certainly doesn't seem to operate in the same way. It doesn't seem to work that way. When you hold it, Arthur, you are just innately aware of what it is and what its power is. It's not like the item itself is willing you to use it or drawing to you. It's not cursed. It's not sentient. It's just it's kind of powerful in a way that is beyond words. It's hard to hold it and not be aware of what is in your hands, and the fact that every living thing around you is almost in your fingertips as you hold it. Carl, you on a number of occasions attempt to identify it to get any kind of information. This is not a magic item.
This is something different.
Identify does nothing. Using any kind of detect magics doesn't even make it ping. This is not a magic item. Moreover, you guys get there is nothing, no sign of attunement or anything like that. There seems to be very little you can understand about it, Archie, other than you have at least once managed to operate it.
In discussing that, Erend has a suggestion that there was balance, and she felt that when the staff was directed at her, it seemed that there was a reaction for whatever it was that United tried to do. And when you used it, Arthur, it seemed to have an effect on other people.
Yeah, I think so.
And someone else talked about balance as well with it.
This thing is an object of balance. It gives and it
I'm
takes.
I'm slightly tempted to suggest that you try and move that cup with it, but I think pissing about with things of that power in a frivolous way is probably a bad idea.
Oh, what could go wrong? Sounds like a great idea. No, I won't do that in case my dragon turns around and eats me.
Or you might only get one thing. That is true. Yeah, so that was Aaron's thought. a little bit later. Have you let Carl hold it?
Yeah, you have to hold it to identify it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Each time he holds it, he gives it back to you, and he's obviously not comfortable holding it. And then about 2 days into the trip, assuming 3 of you are together, 3 of us are together, Carl will come over and really get everyone together and say, ocean's deep here. You drop something in here, it'd never be found.
Never? Can we be sure of that?
It's magic bullshit. It always comes back.
You don't know what lurks in the deep, I'm afraid, mate. Heaven forbid something down there get their hands on this.
Oh, that's horrifying.
What are you going to do with it?
You know how people say they search for, like, the thing they're supposed to do? Like, their meaning, right? Like, their purpose.
Yeah.
What if this is me? What if this is my purpose? Just to keep people away from this?
Sounds like it would be lonely.
Well, and I gesture my head towards Leo, who is, I assume, snoring away on the deck of a ship. I could have company, I suppose, but I'm not sure there's any one power on this world that I think would look after this and not do bad with it. We've seen what the humans will do. We've seen how the elves will act. We've seen, mortals are greedy. Mortals are corruptible. Even the best of us. All it would take could be one person with a good heart but lapse in judgment, right? And all this shit starts again.
It's true.
Do you trust me, Carl?
You've never lied to me.
You're right, I haven't.
I think I do. But what do the rest of you think?
Mm, this
Mm.
ain't good, is it? This. I don't know. Out of character, any character.
Can you think of a single organization or people on this world that you would consider to be trusted with this?
New.
Elwyn, can you?
No.
Nick?
He's been sleeping.
You're
Is there
afraid of being involved in this decision.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to make this.
In reality, he's actually thinking about how much Willow would pay him for it.
Yeah, he's thinking I could get millions for this.
Do we know that this can't be destroyed in any way?
I don't think we know that. No,
There's nothing.
there's nothing that says that we know that it can't be, right?
But there,
Why would...
we know it's something special.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I mean,
But
I'm up for trying to destroy it.
I think we should first before. I think we should try to destroy it. The problem is, if we do try to destroy it and say we broke it up into different pieces, what if we just making more pieces what are also powerful?
Just reform.
Or even, I mean, what's worse, one staff with as much power as it's currently got, or like 7 staffs which got like 7 for power. I don't think either of them is good, but I don't know. I think no, we destroy it. Where's Mount Doom?
Yeah.
Where is the nearest volcano?
Yeah.
Is
that how this campaign ends with
the eagles
John
flying us
putting? Well, no, with John putting the staff across his knee, and then it just cuts to black. We just don't know what happened.
In spending like the 2 days straight I have with the staff, obviously it's hard to comprehend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get any kind of sense from it that it would be destroyable?
I have a question about destroying it. Wouldn't destroying the staff release Haraphos?
No, that's the rings. Oh wow, yeah, here we go.
Staff-
Intelligence check.
Ain't
Great
the
at
staff
these.
one of the rings or a part of the rings?
No, I think it's made from potentially the same stuff. They're all made from.
In your knowledge of materials, etc., Arthur, you don't have a clue.
No fucking clue, yeah.
Oh.
I think. Go ahead.
Well, what I say was, and I don't want you to get upset. I do like you, but also this thing, Bob, it was a tool that a god used to kill another god, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a tool that a god used to kill another god, right? And also this other god, Arathos, who, by all intents and purposes, was bigger or more powerful than our current gods. No offense, and all that. As far as I understand, I don't really understand it. He also wants it, and we're proposing to give it to a vessel of a god, somebody who spends their entire life serving a god. And is that the right people to have it? gods?
Oh, I wasn't suggesting we give it to the gods at all.
I'm assuming you were going back to your is it Lysander?
No, I think taking this back there would be a mistake.
It is Lysander, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were taking it back to life. Oh, all right. Wait, so you're suggesting giving up your life's work as a servant of Lysander, then? Are you? Is that what's happening?
No, I was just suggesting that I might have a new path to take.
I'm just asking. Well, yeah, but do you think you can? But you can't do both, right? You can't serve Lysander and also look up, be the sentinel of this ear staff.
Also, how long do kobolds live?
30
Well,
years.
there's three of them, so 3 times as
So-
long.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's maths.
What if they're a couple, male and a female, and they have babies at
A whole
generation?
race. Yeah,
Yeah, they.
I'm like some kind of kobold nest
yeah.
just walking around. Just every 30 years, a new generation of kobolds is spawned.
Yeah, that sounds about
Well,
right.
Yeah, that is a real question though that I have. You can't serve Lysander and also become the guardian of this item
Why not?
because we have established that the existence of this goes directly counter to gods. It is tied inextricably with the gods, and it's an object so powerful that it can kill one of them, or at least lock them away. And that's not a good thing to have around gods because gods are twats, as we've established.
Lathander is well aware of this object's power.
Also a twat.
I was starting to like you, John.
Yeah, it's harsh.
No offense.
To agree with John on this one.
Lathander saved all of our lives
And then said he
on
made a
more
mess
than
and
one
didn't
occasion.
want anything to do with it anymore. He made
That-
this mess and went, you know what? I'm done with this.
You
Walked
know,
off.
Lathander
what I'm
didn't
saying.
make this mess.
But he
Tyr
did
made
then.
this mess.
Well, exactly, and who is Tyr but a god?
Yeah.
You
Not my
cannot-
god.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You cannot, in good conscience, be the sentinel of this year staff and also a servant of any god in general. And anybody who says they can is either lying to themselves or lying to everybody else, or both. And so it can't happen. And the question I have for you, Mr. Archer, is: are you ready to give up your god for this duty? Because it's that important, really. And if you're not, that's okay. You don't. No shame in that. No shame in being who you are. But you can't be this person, then, can you? Because one day, it might mean tomorrow. It might be in 6 months' time, years' time, a millennia's time. You will stray back to his side, and then they will fall into the hands of the wrong people, and but then what's the point of you doing your job, really? If you take your arm off, look me in the eye, man to man, person to person, and you promise me that you can forgo your God, forsake your God, in order to serve what is essentially an higher cause, believe it or not, then I'm sure you'll be the best keeper of this staff it's ever seen. But I'm not sure you can do that. And as I say, there's no shame in that, but I'm not sure you can.
As as this conversation is going, Arthur,
Hello.
as you sort of look out to sea, on this sort of dark evening, on the furthest reaches of the horizon, despite the sun having set more than an hour ago, you can just see the slightest leak, almost feel just the hint of the slightest of the warmth of the sun.
I am no liar. I don't lie to anyone. I don't see any point in it. It doesn't serve a purpose. And if I was to tell you I could forsake my God, I would be lying. Because I know my God. And I know my God is good. You may not believe that. And you may not see that. But his actions have shown him to be good.
I'm not disputing no goods or bads, and I'm not saying anything, passing no judgment on your God or anybody else really. All I'm saying is this duty is as important, if not more important, than serving a God, and you cannot do both because they are at odds with each other. And if you want to do both, it ain't possible because at one day, at one point in the future, you will have to make a decision: your God or protecting the staff. And as you just said, you will choose the God, which means that you will not protect the staff. And in which and it's not criticism of you or him or anybody else really, but it will happen. And when it does happen, it will cause untold damages to this here world. So I don't think she was the right person for it. I'm sorry, but what I will say is, I commend you for being your honesty and your lack of lying, because I think that is a very good trait of yours. And I wish you were the person, but you're not, and that's okay.
I think you misunderstood. Apologies, that might be my fault. I won't renounce my God for this role, for this job, for this task, okay? That I see no purpose in. If you're asking, would I choose this world? Would I choose to protect the people of this world over handing this staff to those who would do harm with it? I'm surprised you even have to ask.
I don't know if that's that choice that you'll face. That's my point. I don't think the choice that you'll face will be here. Archway, do us a favour and just kill all them people for, would you? You know, it won't be like that. It won't be so black and white, so obvious. But what I'm saying is one day you'll choose to make a compromise, and I think that guarding this is a no compromises job. Not even a little bit, not even an inch, not even a millimeter. Not that they have millimeters in this world, but there you go. Not even
Do we
the
not have
width of a
metrics in
hair.
them?
I don't know. They probably just use their thumb. Not even the width of an hair.
I understand what you're saying. I do. And when there is a better option, i.e., we found a way to destroy it without damning the world to some kind of horrific fate, you have my full support.
Well, I think the option is to drop it in a fire, isn't it? Big one.
Look into it. We'll see if we can find a way to do it.
You know what they used to say about William Austral?
He was
They
a
said
knob.
They said that he wasn't someone to compromise.
Is he
Look where that
around?
went.
Wait, which one is he? Is he the one who does?
He's the one who enacted the curse.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well, boo.
He made a choice to save his people. If you look at it that way, he probably saved a lot of humans. Killed a load of elves, though, in a not so righteous way. But he made a choice for his people, didn't he?
I think if you could ask him and you asked him, he'd say, "Do it again." Right or wrong as that is, he made choice. People
Erend
don't always
will-
make the right choices.
Erin will point out that she doesn't think Elliot would make that choice.
I don't think he would either,
No.
but Elliot's made his
Yeah.
choice. Elliot put his people before his pride, and unfortunately, there is now a consequence to that, as we know. He did the right thing.
Yeah. I think you make a good point that compromising sometimes needed, but I guess my point is that becoming the guardian of this here staff is to protect the whole everybody, really. Whereas he made no compromises to protect his people. Yeah, I suppose that is my point, actually, is that it's the same thing. He made no compromises to protect his people, did a pretty horrible thing as a result. But when you become the guardian of this staff, the protection, the peoples in this case, is not just the city of Osterol or the people of Osterol. It's the people of this world. This well, not just this continent. What's the planet called? Is the planet called
Thentos.
anything?
Thentos, isn't it?
Is that just this? I thought it was just the continent.
No, Thentos, yeah. Thentos is the world.
The people of Thentos. That's what you. So really, what? Yeah, the decision he made, the no compromises he made, would be the equivalent of Archie turning his back and maybe even going against his god. And that's kind of my point. Is that I think you need to be able to make those decisions, and not have two masters. If you're going to be tasked with such a grave duty as this.
Where does that leave us?
Just have to destroy it.
I think
Work
stuffing
out
it
a
into
way out.
Harasos's chest would destroy it.
It cast a wish. I wish for this staff to be destroyed.
Erin's
Remember,
eyes
there's
go-
balance.
Yeah, Erin's eyes go really wide at that point.
If you wish for that, something else is going to happen in return. And we don't know what. This is an object of incredible power. Overwhelmingly so. Removing that from the world is going to have some kind of effect and create something potentially as powerful or as dangerous somewhere else in the world. And then that thing is no longer under our protection. Like, quite frankly, I know I said that I would happily keep an eye on this thing, right? But any one of us, or the group of us, are all very capable of protecting this object for now. As a group, that is a purpose we can, for the time being, have until there's a better option. But I don't think we want to use the staff to destroy the staff. I think that would have untoward effects that we don't know of. Also, it's shiny and I like it.
You think that's how it works then? Once
An
you
ob-
destroy
yeah.
one bit of power one place, then you get a bit more power somewhere else.
No, I don't think that's how it happens in normal. If we could find something external to destroy the staff, I think it would be fine. But the
Oh, like you mean
staff
like
works on balance. So if the
like a big
staff,
fire.
yeah, so like if the staff removes a massive amount of power from one place in the world, its curse is going to mean that it then puts that power somewhere else. It might be a person is born incredibly powerful, or an object is imbued with something massive. I don't know, but someone or something will massively benefit from us removing this from the world. And yeah, okay, at that point, the staff isn't a thing anymore. Problem solved. But then we might as well. This is exactly the same as the issue we've had so far. Of that means we haven't got a problem right now, but 30 years time, 100 years time, 10,000 years time, someone on this world is gonna have a problem because of it, and we've just passed the buck on to someone else. As it stands at the moment, we know where this thing is, and we kind of know how it works, and we know to keep it out of everyone else's hands.
Well, yeah, but that's what Austral did as well. That didn't go well.
Difference is Austral guarded this with a building. We're guarding this with six or seven of the, best fighters on the planet.
So what you're saying is rather than just you being it, we create some sort of group, some fellowship.
I was literally just about to say fellowship.
Fellowship of the Staff.
Well, not the staff, right? Because we're looking after staff, but we sort of came together originally to do
For
with
the
those
rings, wasn't it?
Rings, I think. Yeah. So the fellowship of the rings, I think, it's got a nice sound to it, isn't
What have I done?
Can Aaron just do a history check to see if that name's already taken?
it?
And can Artur do one to see if there's any towers in the nation that were prominent?
Yeah.
Preferably if there's two of them.
If I ever plan to monetize or publish this world, then that's what matters.
I did hear when we were on the beach, someone was talking about a king that was returning.
Yes, it's John. John is the king.
God.
Oh dear. That was one question I did have about the staff, actually.
Yes.
Not to do with Lord of the Rings. So, obviously, whenever we've held the Rings of Harathos before, we've managed to get that sense of the idea of them being almost like fluid, right? Of being able to change form.
Yes.
Do we get that same kind of sense about the staff?
No, not at all.
You just want it to be less spiky, don't you?
I want it to be less big. I want a sword made out of it. I want the staff of willing to become a longsword.
Well, you could.
It's a weird wish to a new place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rings of Harathos.
Mm.
Where are they at the moment? I have a vague memory that Carl might be wearing one, but I'm not 100% sure.
There's
I believe
one
he
with
used one.
Elliot's got one.
Mhm,
Right.
because we returned it to him.
The Dawnmaster's got one.
hmm
Yep.
Harathos has got two.
Yep.
And yeah, Carl's got one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is for the want of a better word, that is an active ring rather than a used ring.
Yes.
Any kind of feeling of interaction between the two things?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Good. That's probably just as well.
Have we got Warforged rapier?
I have.
They're supposedly made of the same stuff, right?
Let's have a look. Rummage around in my pack.
Yeah.
And
Let's. Yeah, you can all spend a little bit of time looking into this. Yeah, there are certainly similarities between the metal. Warforged rapier is clearly a far smaller amount in terms of the mass of it, but yes, there are certainly similarities between the two materials. Yeah,
Okay.
the belief that the rapier was from the same source seems to be accurate. Yeah.
Warforged kind of like pokes his head out of Elwyn and says, if it helps, we were able to melt that.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good to know.
I don't know if it'll, help. And then he just goes back in.
honestly, he's more talkative than before.
Oh.
Okay, so what?
You are 2 days away from Griffin still currently, so I guess you've got a choice if you want to do anything whilst you're on the boat, or
There isn't, I guess, another topic of conversation which might be relevant, which is, are we going to kill Harathos? Because
I
Carl
thought that
doesn't
was
think we
the plan.
can.
Yeah, I think we are, right?
That's the plan. Kill him or die trying. He's getting the release eventually, right?
Yeah. In which case, long-term plans for the staff are probably irrelevant.
as in see if you survive first.
As in, the chances of surviving are quite small. Yeah. Are we taking the staff with us when we do this?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Carl. I don't plan on leaving it anywhere.
That's what I thought.
It ought to come in handy.
Are we just
Did you want me to try and forge it in a forge and to make a better weapon for you from it? That can slash up, hopefully, a god.
Aaron's eyes
I've
again
done it
go
to a
really
sword.
wild and slightly worried looking.
That feels very, very dangerous.
Warforged said you can melt it and forge it.
Yeah, that's like Warforged got a bit of what I assume to be inert metal from the staff forged. I don't know what would happen if you tried to forge this whole like artifact kind of thing.
Did it definitely come off the staff, or did it just come off something which the staff also came off of? Because the staff was forged from something else, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I think wasn't it they were made from parts of the stuff that destroyed the gods or something.
Warforged's
Yeah,
creator told Warforged that they were, they are both from the same. They were both parts of the weapon that was used to kill a god. Yeah.
But the magic which is imbued in this probably wasn't imbued in that piece of metal.
Mm. Yeah.
So whilst the raw material is forgeable, I would not want to put a hammer in this. I guess you can. I'll just.
I'm
stand
willing
behind
to
him.
give it. I'm willing to give it a go. If anything goes wrong, just kill me.
I would prefer
I-
if you didn't do that.
Yeah, I think that may be a
Aaron
mistake, but
is pretty sure that we wouldn't need to kill you.
Yeah, I would probably dead if it
You
didn't
just
work
might
properly,
well
right?
not be. I think the rest of us might not be alive either.
Well, kill a god, you need a weapon that can kill gods, right?
You see, now you're thinking like Carl. As I say,
Nix.
Has Nick's ever actually killed anything in this campaign? Or have we ever actually seen him finish in blood?
If he hasn't, wouldn't it?
I'm pretty sure I've just seen him miss a lot of targets.
No, that
That's
was
cold.
before the gun got broken.
He's killed something.
I have killed multiple things, yeah.
Yeah, just like a few rats.
I mean, I did nearly kill the Uniter.
He's not even an assassin. He's just a pest controller.
it's-
That's
He's an assassin of rats.
yeah, he's not even Nick's. It's just mistaken identity.
You've taken the wrong one.
Yeah.
Nick somehow swapped himself over with an actual human now, and we've just not noticed.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So I guess the question is at this point, well, do you want to do anything on the boat before you arrive at Griffinsteel? Do you want to go back to Griffinsteel? Yeah.
I think we should ride the boat back to shore, and then I don't know. Do we want to go to Griffinsteel?
Did we definitely establish that Harathos is on the Badlands?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's where Carl was walking on to find him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I just can't. I could quite remember earlier because I got a bit confused between that and the not dragon, whatever it's called.
The Elder Brain Dragon.
Elder Brain Dragon. Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Well, I understand.
Yeah, it's
Erin's got the portal to the portal that's in the Bandlands, so we don't even need to boat over.
Yeah.
Indeed, that is true. I can. Yeah, we can. Are we just going?
well, we should.
Prepare a bit more, maybe.
Well, by prepare, do we want to go to Griffinsteel? Erin would kind of like to go to Griffinsteel.
I would like to strongly go to Griffinsteel to make sure that there's no more funny business.
That's also what Erin would like to do. She wants to make sure that she wants to see that the Austral half of the agreement is being held.
Oh, interesting. That's funny. I wanted to make sure that the Shake half the agreement was still being held.
Yeah, that's fair. So
no, I just want to make sure there's no tensions and jump in as and when required.
I don't think. I think Austral's okay. I think Shate is going to be a problem. I don't know. There's an awful lot that can be done about it. Okay, so we're gonna. I think we hit the land, and then we could bounce onto Griffinsteel, and then we can bounce from there to the Badlands.
Yeah. If that's where he is, then we do that. We try and kill him, and then we figure out whatever's left of us and the staff and the universe. Afterwards, then we figure out who should look after the weapon, the stuff. There's no point figuring it out beforehand, is there?
No.
Cool. How do you feel about that, Archer?
Yep, sounds grand. Let's kill a god.
The survivors choose what happens to the staff.
Well, whoever's got the most hit points once Harathos finally dies.
I don't know. If
that
only
how
one person's alive, they get to pick, right?
If any, yeah.
I have a staff of willing. I will you to not hide.
You yeah.
This one I don't want you to have it.
Please don't do that.
You have
sensible.
days to debate this. The fate of the staff, the fate of, I suppose, even the party. It seems at this point of whose role will be what in whatever is to come. You arrive back in Griffinsteel towards the early afternoon. As you do, you can see there is some of the other boats. Obviously, you guys were the last boat to leave. There are plenty of boats that have arrived ahead of you. As you make land, the humans, some dwarves, a lot of the non-elven forces that are on your particular ship sort of make their exits and come back onto the docks and the harbour of Griffinstill. As you arrive, you can see there is a large group of guards, and you can quickly spot the familiar face of Elliot Austriel, the still currently Emperor of Austriel. You can see he is looking around, clearly looking for your group. And one of his accompanying guards points over in your direction, and their party come over quite quickly. And Elliot, Elliot quite quickly he smiles as he sees your group there. You can see him almost sort of mentally sort of looking about the group, counting up the numbers as he sees you all present. A few of his sort of accompanying sort of group there, they sort of look back at this sand dragon stood on the sort of docks of the harbour. There's lots of concern. Elliot steps forward and he smiles as he greets forward, and he says, "I'd be lying if I said I expected to see you all again. Congratulations, my friends. I know I've heard many stories of the losses of our forces, but those who have returned and all those we lost, they were successful because of your actions. You have much to be proud of, and this empire is proud of you." And then he steps forward and he puts his arms around John and Elwyn as the two closest members. He sort of hugs the both of you, and he smiles. He sort of pats you on the shoulders quite warmly, and sort of he steps back and he says, I hear we have to thank Errand for felling the Uniter."
She sort of stumbles a bit and looks sheepish and looks over at Carl, who is steadfastly not looking at her.
I understand for a number of you this was a very personal experience. All I can tell you is that it's not just the Empire that is grateful. I am grateful. I have no doubt that what took place could not have been easy for any of you. I hate to add additional burdens to you, but we have much to discuss. There have been a number of movements and changes whilst you have been gone. Lord Ilianos, I'm sure, will be keen to speak with you and communicate with you, Errand. He has made it quite clear that the 5 tribes have decided that, against my best wishes and judgments, that this alliance was merely a temporary agreement. I understand if it wasn't for the arguments from you, John, then many of our soldiers may not even be back on our shores this morning. It's It's not for me to cast judgments on the emotions that have led Ilianos and his fellow leaders to these decisions. We can only control our own choices. And even if they have proved themselves to have been willing to go back on their word, I will not be the same. I promised, as part of the deal for Shake to join us in this operation, that I would step down as Emperor. And the cogs are in motion to make that happen. He stops. He sort of looks around briefly, and he sort of looks at you, Arthur, as you are. He sees you have this staff in your hand, and he says, "I suppose the thing that weighs heavily, or most heavy, on my heart right now is that, despite the loss, all the losses, and despite the victory, because it should not be ignored, what's happened here is a victory. There's still a greater decision and action to be taken. What are we to do of the last of the old gods?"
Hear about that? We've got a plan.
We should discuss this plan then. And there'll be no better time to do it than in 3 weeks' time.
Indeed.
Ah,
Thanks for getting married, Jake.
you're welcome.
Cool.
When
Yeah,
is
we
your
will.
wedding?
In
He's 2 weeks. No, 2 weeks.
it is 10 days.
God, 10 days.
Okay. What day is that?
The 28th, Saturday.
Saturday. Okay. When are you
Too soon.
What day are you taking to do the work?
So it's half term from the end of, like, Friday's my last day of term, so I've got
Which Friday?
2 weeks this Friday. So I've
Oh,
got 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I got the week before and the week after off.
Oh shit! Not for you. Good for you. I might come down that weekend of your wedding.
Oh, okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was that wedding. It's my father's birthday My father's birthday, and
Oh, nice.
but I was going to do the see if you want to do the talk.
Oh, yeah. No, that's.
And I spoke to work about it, and work were like, "Yeah, that's fine." Today.
Yeah.
I guess it's
that's
not fine.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, timings on that.
No, that's fine.
Is what it is.
If I won't be for a while, then
That's fine.
okay, that makes my life slightly less stressful, actually. So that's good.
Delightful stuff.
Good luck.
Good
You won't need it. Enjoy the day. It's more
Yeah,
important.
exactly.
Nah, I refuse. You can't make me.
Okay, don't enjoy the day then. Do what you fucking like. It's your wedding.
You get to see me in a dress. It'll be brilliant.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Sam's got a dress.
Okay. Any particular reason?
No.
Because he's a bastard that doesn't get sarcasm sometimes.
Okay.
I'm not actually going to wear a dress. You're fine.
What?
I wouldn't want to outdo Nick on her day. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Yeah, my legs are great, so. Yeah, that was a heck of a 3-session run.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It's a lot.
I actually kind of forgot about Elwyn's healing chance as well. I honestly thought Eleanor was just going to come down to a horrible die roll there.
Yeah, go on, roll 1d20 for us, Charlie.
You'd have made it.
Tempt fate.
I was going to do this earlier.
Oh.
Oh, it would have not been good.
Well done,
I
Shane.
would have been dead. Yeah, thank you. I would have been dead otherwise. I mean, more dead.
Yeah.
Alive. Yeah, man. Also, Sam, you're saying that this campaign's going to end soon, but is it?
Well, I mean,
Is
you
it
guys
gonna...
have basically got a choice. I mean, you can either leave Harifos and then, I mean, this campaign is basically wrapped up, right? Or you've essentially got
Yeah, I
a
think
god
you've
to
agreed to
fight.
go. It was actually there. You go.
I assumed you would take up that offer, but
Yes,
know.
we would like to fight God.
Although, as you've worked out, this is apparently a very hackneyed and overdone ending. So
exactly, yeah. Wow.
I'm worried that the hackneyed version has us fighting the god and killing him and surviving.
And then traveling through time to a time where the God never
Sam's
existed.
more bleak version may end slightly differently.
yeah, we need to shoehorn some time travel in.
Well, you've got the staff of willing. Maybe that will enable it.
I could time travel you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I mean, you've probably got one grand encounter left. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what 4 weeks roughly.
Well, all right, that's about half a year. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
my initial estimates of like an August to September finish haven't been quite accurate, but we missed a fair amount of time as well, I think, recently, haven't we? So
Yeah.
No, that was excellent.
yeah, and like I said, I never want to purposely try and kill characters, but I'm quite surprised nobody dropped in all of that. I mean, to be fair, John was kind of done for if it hadn't been for Phil's extremely good die roll when the Uniter used the staff. Yeah.
No, I had a plan for that.
You had to revivify, right?
I was
yeah,
gonna
we did have some
say
revivifiers,
I
right?
literally worked out I could revivify him next turn. So
You had 2 revivifiers actually, I think, in the party, don't you?
yeah, because John also has revivify.
Yeah. So once John's back, potentially you've got another. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I use it?
No, you didn't. Oh
Are you
wait.
sure?
Yes.
I
No, you
passed-
did.
I think
You
I passed
revivified Errand, right? Was it
Yeah.
Errand?
Yes.
I should revive
Yeah.
somebody because I
Oh
don't
yes.
have.
Yeah.
Because Aaron
Yeah.
died as a result of
Yeah,
as a result
Aaron
of
got killed
that.
by the staff, then
Yeah.
that brought John back,
Yes.
didn't it?
Yeah.
And then John went and used Revivify on Aaron.
Yeah.
Sam, in case you forget, whilst I'm in, before we leave for Harfos killing, I will get another jet, at least one more diamond, probably 2 actually.
That's cool. Yeah. I
That's
will
what I'm
definitely.
saying, but-
We won't start next session with you just literally coming face to face with Harifos. We will.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
thinking, like,
there's
in
plenty
fact-
to clean up here.
In 2 months' time, we're like halfway through the battle or whatever. I'm gonna go like, I revivified. Like, there's no diamonds.
I will add
I
one
bought
to.
2
I will add one
diamonds.
to your sheet now. Yeah, 2. Yeah.
I'll get 2. Yeah. I'll work out the money later on.
Yeah, it's all
or
good.
do it now, whatever. But otherwise,
I've realised that at various points during the boat trip, when possible, Erin will try and point out that the concentration would have gone when she died. It just took Leo a couple of turns to reappear, and that it wasn't her choice to drop the concentration. Honestly,
Yeah, okay.
but I don't think anyone's listening.
I listen, it's fine.
Oh, really good. I really enjoyed the Charlie's speech on the boat, and also the actually it was Charlie again. Really, the impassioned. You should give up your god speech. That was really good.
I wondered if I was unsure what Arthur was going to do. If I'm honest, yeah.
Just for a second, I did think he was gonna take his helmet off.
I'm also really unsure what I'm doing.
I never said that Archie should give up his god or their god. I just said that they had to be prepared to do it in order to do this job. There's no shame in saying that you can't.
That's
do
true.
that. But you have to be prepared to do that. Otherwise, you can't do the job.
But no, that was excellent. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a fun session. I had a good time.